Let's go to another part of the commercial capital to enjoy a show celebrating ancient and contemporary female stories in African culture.
Triumphant tales of female figures on the African continent from the ancient to modern period is being displayed by Efua Yofo at the Alliance Francaise in Lagos.
Udamalore came about because I was interested in a way of showcasing Nigerian culture to its fullest extent, as well developed as it is, and deconstructing the idea that African womanhood needs to have a particular way of being. What I mean by that when I say African woman needs to have a particular way of being, we're told that women are supposed to do this activity or that aspect. That's our womanhood is very contextualized for us. We're not the ones given charge of it. So for me, it was really important to have this exhibition and show that you can be whatever you want to be and you choose your own adventure in your life.
The second viewing of Udamalore tells stories of women who have dared to be different, breaking the societal expectations and leading from the front.
When I was putting this exhibition together, I said, I saw the sword, which is that Udamalore of the entrance of the exhibition, and I said, the way it was described reminded me of the way that women are described, which is as very beautiful things that are owned by men. And I said, well, here is a beautiful thing that's owned by men, the Udamalore, but it's to your detriment if you think that one day having a weapon, having a weapon is not functional just because you define it as such. So that's why I picked it. I picked these women. They're all from different cultures, different geopolitical zones. It's arranged chronologically. They're all from different centuries in Nigerian history. And they were still able to perform, to be leaders.
The images reveal the woman's unique qualities that people sometimes take for granted and shows how her tenderness and softness has its own peculiar strength. Leading lights in Nigeria like Queen Amina, Margaret Ekpo, Moremi Ajasoro, Queen Idia, Buchi Emecheta are just a few of the women who have left their footprints in the sands of time.
One of the things I really focused on with this exhibition was cultural research. And that's different from general research because you may know about the people, but do you know about the people? So for example, do you know that when you wear a damask or jacquard onyonyo, it has a very different meaning from wearing one made from Indian George. So for me, I looked at textile histories. I looked at the histories from the stories of the women. I also was able to understand what do the different dressing styles mean. How are they tying their gear? What is the general culture? For example, here I picked Queen Amina, Saruni Amina, and I was able to say what is the general culture of Hausa women and how does that relate to the story of their being. Similarly with Margaret Ekpo, that's the same thing I did. What is the general story of Calabar women and how does this relate to who they are as people?
I like the sense of history. I'm amazed at the number of things I didn't even know. I thought I was a very educated person, that I know quite a lot of things about, where we are from, who we are, but I had a lot of anecdotes about very significant ladies women who have shaped the history of what we know as Nigeria today. Queen Idia, Moremi, Queen Amina, who are relatively, and there are people like Margaret Ekpo, some lady that I never heard about before. I mean, these are names that I hardly ever, some of these names I hardly ever knew. And it's not just about not know, because I know a few people like Ekpo and Co, but also some tidbits about their lives,
FY decided to put together this exhibition, which basically introduces these various females, 7 of them, in a different light. And with her storytelling, she's able to sort of give us a better description of what these women accomplished and the meaning behind what these women have done for us as women in general, and also in representation of Nigeria.
For this theme, a lot of lessons and inspiration can be derived from these Amazons.
It's amazing to really look at the different women of history and our contemporary times. I knew about Moremi before, I knew a bit about the others, but I learned so much today because there are several stories I had no idea about, and I loved how the artist is putting together like a historical version of it and a contemporary version of it, so that you see like how these women were important in history, but also how much they matter for our contemporary time. So I'm absolutely excited about this exhibition. I think everybody should come and see it.
This exhibition intends to motivate not just females, but the society at large by showing visual representations of exploits achieved by women.